this commercial break. NRI machining. The difficult we do right away, and the impossible will take a little longer. Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is an independent retail pharmacy offering prescriptions, a full line of over-the-counter medication products, and gifts for family and friends. The pharmacy offers in-store pickup, drive-through pickup, and delivery. Contact us by phone at 740-259-0041 or visit our Facebook page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, then you better be ready because Dirt Anarchy is taking on Williams Grove. I am super excited for this race. All the guys are out here ready to roll. They're out there on the track right now as we speak, putting in some practice laps. So qualifying's about to be up here next. We're going to go ahead and throw you into a little karting trailer I put together. If you guys haven't checked out the karting series on the YouTube, go ahead and go and do that. I'm going to have a new video posted up here soon. We just had a big 50 lapper at CJ Speedway, and I started in 4th in the feature and ended up finishing in 4th. So I've had a great time running in the kart series. I'm going to continue to put videos up like that. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll hop into Dirt Anarchy's trailer that I made, the intro, and then we will get into the race and the qualifying. So thanks for coming out. We'll be right back. 4. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Who's going to take the checkered? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on the live screen. Qualifying just got wrapped up. A couple guys still out there on the track. They're still out there running, so Sage Luther's out there qualifying. Connor New with your quick time tonight, 19.082. Second place is Sage Luther, 19.099. Travis Gardner in third, 19.122. Cody B. McDonald in fourth with a 19.172. And Bryson McKelvey in fifth with a 19.186. Ladies and gentlemen, the drivers are out on the track. They're ready to roll. If you will, just give us one moment. I am going to take you to the sponsor page, and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers are out on the track. I cannot get SDK pulled up tonight, so for some reason I'm having a problem with SDK. Don't know if I need to check it and do an update or something like that, but we are going to call the race regardless. You guys will just not have the live timing up on the screen. Sorry about that, but there's not much I can do at the moment. I tried to get everything hooked up. For some reason, it just won't open. So, all right. Drivers are out here on the track, ready to roll. Connor New, the man up front. Bryson McKelvey in second place. Number 28 car of Cody B. McDonald, I do believe, in third. Drivers are out. And the green flag flies. Connor New takes off, coming down the straight stretch. Has a great jump off the start. Bryson McKelvey in second. McDonald in third. Hanging on the low line. Williams Grove's a low line track early on. Track conditions will change over the night. We'll see a couple different lines. Out front is the number 10, Connor New. New school written on the back. Got a good looking car this year. He's had good looking wraps all throughout the year. Not sure who does his wraps for him, but one of the guys that does the wraps for Dirt Anarchy is Chris Watkins over at Adrenaline Spike Designs, one of the sponsors for the league. Does an absolute fantastic job. Does a lot of the guys' wraps that are in the league here that you'll see. So Connor New out front, McKelvey in third, and the number 14 in the black car, Kyle Carter, sitting in third. Wish we can get SDK pulled up. Helps me figure out the driver's names a little bit easier, but that's all right. Everything will be just fine. You might see me pop up on the screen a couple times trying to see how many laps are left in the race, different stuff like that. 4 laps in of an 8-lap heat race number 1 for Dirt Anarchy here at Williams Grove. Connor New still out front with a comfortable lead. Bryce McKelvey in second. Everybody's running at a pretty decent line. Got a little bit of a change up. We'll take a look back at the transfer spot. Cody B. McDonald sitting there now. But he's got Trevor Schrader right on his rear end. That number 28 car, purple and white, sitting in the transfer spot number 4. Trevor trying to make a move in 5th, get up into the transfer. Kyle Carter still hot on the trail of the number 11 of Bryson McKelvey, and Connor New still with a comfortable lead out front. All the drivers in the league done a fantastic job this season. We took last week off, a little bit of a holiday, kind of give people time to spend time with their families and do the things they needed to do. But we're back at it on this July 9th evening, Sunday, Dirt Anarchy late models. All the drivers in the league, I'm sure, had a good time with their families. Different things going on. I know that I spent some time with my family, had a good time. So absolutely fantastic. Went and did the race last night with the go-karts, and now we're out here with Dirt Anarchy in the late models. Connor New absolutely screaming up front. Kyle Carter trying to work the low line on the number 11 of Bryson McKelvey, just can't get the run. We're 9 laps in, white flag is out. 8-lap heat race event. Connor New is going to take heat number 1. McKelvey in second. Carter in third. I do believe that was it. Maybe not. 10 laps, excuse me. We're on lap 10 now. White flag's out this time by. It's still going to be the same result. Connor New's going to come out first, McKelvey in second, and Kyle Carter in third. Good race. Connor New, a little bit of celebration. Tear the car up here. That's all right. Kyle Carter disappears, comes back for a second. Connor New, heat race number 1 winner. Good job to Connor. We're going to get and pull this up so we can get the grid lined out a little bit. It would be great if we had SDK open, but for some reason we can't get it open. Not sure what's wrong with it, but hopefully we figure it out. We'll flip through the camera angles here. Usually it helps us get a little bit better of a look at the drivers. All right, starting on your pole in heat race number 2, Sage Luther starting outside pole in a number 37 machine, Travis Gardner starting inside row number 2. Tony Martin starting outside row number 2. Chris Watkins in the number 4 spot. And starting in the back row on the inside line, Matthew Nasworthy, and right in front of, or right outside of Nasworthy on the back row, rounding out the end of the field, is Chase Clendenin. Drivers are out, lined up, ready to go. The number 26 car, Sage Luther, is the man to beat. Travis Gardner in the 37X on the outside, orange and black, Adrenaline Spike Designs, Dirt Anarchy on the hood. Absolute fantastic driver, fast driver. Somebody to really watch out for. Another guy to watch out for, starting on the inside of row number 2, the number 22 of Tony Martin. Tony Martin's usually a sprint car guy, but he's been out here really putting in the work to try and make it in the late models. He's been doing a fantastic job of it this season. Always great to see drivers improving as they go throughout their career here. And now, nothing I have wants to work. So, I'll take you over to the sponsor page real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the sponsors. Dirt Anarchy, top left, Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, Buckwheats Customs, NRI Machining, Forum Customs, and Adrenaline Spike Designs. Those are Dirt Anarchy's sponsors. And then I've got Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. So, jump back over to the live. Green flag flies. Sage Luther takes off in the 26. Travis Gardner on the outside. Tony Martin in third. All the lines you're going to see on the raceway are going to be low. Fast line is down low right now. These are the supers. A lot of throttle control on Williams Grove. Got to try to hang that low line. Sage Luther swinging it a little wide, coming into turn number 3 there, giving Travis Gardner a little bit of a line, but it gets to run on the way down the front stretch past the flagstick. The number 26 of Sage Luther, the man to beat tonight. He's been hot. He's been winning a lot of races with Dirt Anarchy. Been an absolute fantastic driver. Been doing a great job in the series so far. Travis Gardner is always a good one to watch right there in second place in the 37X. Always fun to see him out on the track. Fun to drive against him too. He's a good guy to drive against. He drives you clean. Always does an outstanding job whenever he's in a race car. So he is hot on the tail. The 37X is hot on the 26 car. Transfer spot is locked in right now in fourth by Matthew Nasworthy. Nasworthy doing an excellent job. One of the sponsors that you will see is NRI Machining. You can thank Nasworthy for that. Our caution sponsor. Anytime you guys see a caution come out during a feature event, it'll be sponsored by NRI Machining. Thank you to Matthew Nasworthy and his father for that. Travis Gardner working on the outside of the 26 Sage Luther. Sage Luther down on the low line. Travis Gardner and 37X up on the high side. Going to try to get a run. Can he get it? Back stretch. Sage Luther still in first place. Travis Gardner maybe going to work. Sage Luther chopping the low line down. Tony Martin starting to work in on the 37X now. Travis got a little bit high on the track that time. Nowhere to go. 26 is Sage Luther still going to hang the low line. Tony Martin doing a good job of working third place. Matthew Nasworthy starting to catch up to that third place driver. Excellent job at all the drivers so far. Nice clean racing. We are 6 laps in. This right here will be 7. Travis Gardner to the outside of the 26. Can he do it this time by? Travis Gardner with a good run this time on the outside of Sage Luther. We might have a new race leader coming around turn number 3 and turn number 4. Sage Luther down on the low line. Travis Gardner on the high side. They are side by side coming out of turn number 4. Travis Gardner with a bigger run. We got a new race leader. Lap number 8 in the books. Travis Gardner in the 37X is a new race leader. Second place, Sage Luther. Third place, Tony Martin. Matthew Nasworthy trying to make a move on the inside of Tony Martin in the 22 machine now. Nasworthy with a partial slider. Gets it to stick. Tony Martin still with a good run. We are 9 laps into a 10-lap heat race event. Travis Gardner done an excellent job working his way up into the front. He'll be in the front row if he can hold on to the rest of this race for your feature. Tony Martin making his way back up in front of Matthew Nasworthy. Tony Martin, like I said before, an excellent driver. Had a great time in this league so far, watching him progress through his career. He's been doing better and better every time I see him, and I'm absolutely glad to have drivers like that in this league. Sage Luther one more time by. This right here is the checkered. Travis Gardner is going to be your race winner for heat race number 2. Sage Luther comes in second, and Tony Martin finishes out the top 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to check out the sponsors one more time. We're about to transfer over to the warm-up. We're going to skip the B main for tonight. We're going to be jumping straight into the warm-up. So, while we are doing that, we are going to check out the TikTok channel. Got the old karting video up on there. If you guys haven't checked out the TikTok, go and check it out. GymRat3 for life is the TikTok. I will get the name changed eventually, but I just haven't done it yet. So, we're going to send you over and have you check that out. We'll have you look at the sponsors real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, see the drivers out here to warm up. About halfway through the warm-up session, we're going to take a second and we'll run through the sponsors real quick while they're out there on the track. I'll go ahead and mute them in the background so we can hear pretty good. Dirt Anarchy, that's who you see in the top left, and their sponsors include Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, it's David Garman, Buckwheats Customs, 4M Customs, and Michael Mitchell. Adrenaline Spike Designs, Chris Watkins, and Matthew Nasworthy and his father at NRI Machining. So, those are Dirt Anarchy sponsors. Wouldn't be able to do the show without them. The guys wouldn't be able to be out here racing without all the sponsors that you see on the page. Big shout out to Brandon Starnes and Michael Mitchell for putting on the league. Big shout out to Brandon Starnes for getting all these sponsors together and really progressing Dirt Anarchy into an upper level league. So it's been amazing to work with them. It's been awesome to be on a part of the team, and work with these guys hand in hand, be able to broadcast the races for them, give them something to look back on. They can watch their driving lines, and they can just have something to go show their families and their friends. This is what I do on the weekend. It's pretty cool. So my sponsors do include Blueprint Event Rentals. That's Treg Cunningham here in Lucasville, and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. That is also Brandon Holbrook here in Lucasville. So if you guys need anything for ceremonial tent setups, hit up Treg Cunningham Blueprint Event Rentals. You can find them on Facebook. And if you need anything that has to do with pharmaceutical needs, medication, anything like that, Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is the place to be. So big thanks to my sponsors. Wouldn't be able to do this without them. It's always fantastic to have somebody backing you up. It's absolutely great. So warm-up is over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be hopping back over to the live screen, and we are going to be getting this race underway. We've got 40 laps here at Williams Grove. It is a invert 2, so a little shook up here. Not sure what the invert's going to do to the field, but we are about to find out. So we'll go back up to the chopper view, get a good invert top 2, I think. So I give Travis Gardner the pole position. So all right, so heat race number 2 winner, Travis Gardner, will be on your pole spot. That is your pole sitter. In first place, the 37X, Travis Gardner, starting outside pole in the number 10. New School on the back, Connor New. Starting outside, or inside row number 2, the number 11, Bryson McKelvey, starting outside row number 2. Number 26, Sage Luther, starting in 5th place. Number 14, Kyle Carter. 6th place, Tony Martin. 7th, Cody B. McDonald. 8th, Matthew Nasworthy. 9th, Travis Schroeder. 10th, Chase Clendenin. And 11th, Bud Molyneux. And rounding out the end of the field is Chris Watkins. Sorry for a little bit of awkward camera angle there. I do not have SDK open. For some reason, my computer will not open it, but that is all right. We're still going to give you guys a grid. Travis Gardner, 37X. Connor New, the number 10. Those are the cars to beat. They are all the way out front, and they are ready to get this race underway. Right there, focus in on the 37X of Travis Gardner. Fantastic driver. He ran in the pro qualifier. I think he did pretty good. I mean, there's quite a bit of drivers in the pro qualifier. I think he was in like the top 30 or 40 drivers total by the end of it. So, absolute fantastic job by Travis Gardner. The guy really knows how to get out here and work a late model. Does an excellent job. He's been on the Iracing platform for a little while. Got himself a pretty good setup, and he absolutely comes out here and screams. So he'll be the man to beat tonight. But don't forget, right next to him, Connor New, the number 10, one of the quick drivers. He was the points leader last year for Dirt Anarchy, and he has been a guy to chase since day number 1 of him stepping in the league. So it'll be quite a show put on up front. Got a lot of fast drivers behind him. Number 11, Bryson McKelvey, and 22 of Tony Martin. A couple quick drivers that these guys are going to have to compete with. So, here we go. The green flag flies. 37X is going to take off. Connor New gets a great jump off that start. Travis Gardner down on the low side. Connor New on the high side. New got enough of a lead to have a good run. That's going to put him up into the first place position. Travis Gardner still working the low side. Williams Grove, a little bit of a hard track to figure out, especially for me. I don't know about some of the other drivers, but Connor New race leader off lap number 1, the number 10 of Connor New. Tony Martin working that line right behind the number 10 of Connor New. Travis Gardner looks like he's getting stuck on the bottom a little bit. Tony Martin pulling up on the outside of him. The racetrack will move up eventually. Right now, it might be right in the middle, but Tony Martin moving up into second. Travis Gardner is going to be your 3rd place driver coming into lap number 2. Connor New with a comfortable lead. Tony Martin working on the outside of Travis Gardner, trying to catch up to the leader, number 10 of Connor New. Bryson McKelvey back in 4th place. Looks like that's Matthew Nasworthy rounding out the top 5. So Connor New with a comfortable lead. We have a caution. Caution's out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to the caution sponsor. We will be right back.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
Looks like Sage Luther. We jumped to the wrong screen. We'll jump over to the replay screen. Looks like Sage Luther was coming down the back stretch. Not sure if that's what happened or what the caution was called for, but he did make contact with the wall right here. Kind of spun a little bit. So looks like he worked his way into the pits and he was good to go after that. So a little bit of contact with the wall. That's all right. Stuff happens. Sage Luther's going to make his way back out there. We're going to jump back up to the front of the pack and we'll jump over to the live screen. Connor New, current race leader. Sitting in second place, Tony Martin. Third place, Travis Gardner. Fourth, Bryson McKelvey. And fifth, Matthew Nasworthy. Not sure if that's where the caution came out or not. I do not see... I see Kyle Carter in the back behind Sage. Not sure if what happened there, but maybe he was involved in a caution somewhere. I didn't see it, but that is all right. Drivers are back underway. Connor New all the way out front. He's going to take off on the green flag yet again, and we're going to get this race underway. Got one more time going by the flag stand, and we'll get it rolling. Excellent job at all the drivers in the league. It's been fantastic being with the league. I know I talk about it a lot, but there's a really high caliber of drivers in here. Guys really know how to drive certain classes, and some of the guys know how to drive about everything. So it's been pretty adventurous out here on the track with these guys. I've had a great time in the league. I raced myself last year, and then I had a calling to do some broadcasting, so I jumped over here and created Dirt Static Esports. And hopefully everybody's enjoyed the content. I've had a great job making all the content, just getting everything done. But it's been fantastic. I can't complain a bit about it. I've had a great time. So here we go. Connor New taking off in a green flag. Tony Martin on the outside. Travis Gardner still working out low line. Going to try to find his way up top and get up into the fast line, see if he can get something done. Third place, Travis Gardner having to hang it down low. Connor New out front, comfortable lead. Tony Martin, the number 22, working that core. He's up here in second place. Tony Martin's been a top 5 driver here the last couple times you've seen him on the track, trying to get him a win here tonight. We're going to see what happens. Connor New, one of the guys up in the front of the league, one of the higher points numbers in the league. Connor New's been an absolute phenom out here on the dirt track whenever it comes to Dirt Anarchy, and he will continue to put on a show every time he is on the track. So, Travis Gardner looks like he finally found him a line right underneath the rear bumper of Tony Martin. Tony Martin moving up on Connor New, though. Tony Martin, I'm not joking, number 22 is fast as lightning. Yellow and red looks like Lightning McQueen out there with the new wrap on. Absolutely fantastic wrap. We're going to do a spotlight on Tony Martin's car. I just want to see this thing. Adrenaline Spike Designs, I do believe, written on the rear tail. ASR Racing. What an absolute fantastic wrap. Dirt Anarchy up there on the hood. What a beautiful car. Chris Watkins over at Adrenaline Spike Designs. That is who put the wrap on that late model, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Top 3 running away with it. You see them here. They're battling it up front. So, Connor New out front. Tony Martin in second. Travis Gardner in third. Looks like Nasworthy is in fourth, I do believe. No, it's Bryson McKelvey and Cody B. McDonald working his way up into 5th place. Nasworthy's dropped back to 6th. Want to pay attention up front here. Tony Martin looks like he's trying to get a little bit of an edge up on the 10 of Connor New. Working that line just a little bit. Working the bottom line. Connor New kind of hanging it up high. Tony Martin being able to get him in the turn, but on the straight stretch is losing him a little bit. Maybe Tony will try to switch it up, get a little bit of a run on the high side. Tony Martin looks like he's keeping the car nice and straight. Connor New maybe a little bit sideways. Tire wear might play a role in this race later on as we go, but drivers are all out here learning at the same time they're driving, so it gets a little complicated. '22 with Tony Martin inside Connor New. Can't get the run down the straight stretch. There's not enough traction on the way out. Waiting on Tony Martin to make a move. Not sure if he's going to be able to or not. Tony Martin still trying to punch the inside line. We'll take a look back. Race for 5th place going on between Cody B. McDonald and Matthew Nasworthy. No, Chris Watkins, excuse me. That is Chris Watkins in the 38 car. Nasworthy dropped back a little bit farther than I thought he did. But Chris Watkins started all the way in the rear. Got himself up to 6th place. He's trying to work on 5th right now. He is trying to get up there. Kyle Carter right in behind Chris Watkins, making his way up the track. Tony Martin still trying to work the inside line on Connor New. Travis Gardner kind of hanging back, putting his nose up into the mix, being conservative with the tire and the rubber. We're 15 laps into a 40-lap event. Connor New still out front, lap 16, the man to beat in the number 10 car. New school on the back. Connor New is a younger driver. It's pretty funny actually. So pretty neat. All the drivers nice and straight in a line. Williams Grove's a little bit longer of a track, a little wider of a track. It looks like there'd be multiple lines, but sometimes this track, like 5 or 10 laps, hits on one line, and then all of a sudden you get a whole nother mix. There's slider lines that come into play, all kinds of stuff here. A little bit harder of a track to figure out, but it always has been racy whenever we have ran here in the past. Travis Gardner trying something else, trying to mix the low line in there, see if he can get a little bit more on that out of the turn. Travis Gardner trying all kinds of different lines to try and catch up. Looks like we got a caution. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to our caution sponsor. We will be right back.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
All right, we are on the replay screen. Look like Nasworthy did the same thing Sage Luther did earlier. Just had a little bit of contact with that wall. If you guys look at the angle that we're at right here, that wall that sticks out right there, I mean, you got a straight stretch. You're gliding up the track. You got a straight stretch, and you're coming right out. If you get on the throttle too much, or you're not on the throttle enough, it's real easy to go up and hit that wall. And you can see right here from the line that he just glides right up into it, smacks it with the rear end, gets in a little bit of contact with the driver in behind him. That is A-okay. But excuse me, we're going to go back to the live screen. Nasworthy got himself back out there on the track. Connor New still the man up front in the number 10 car. This restart might mix things up a little bit. Pace truck's dipping off in the infield. These guys are about to go back green. Connor New takes off in a green flag. Restart might shake it up. Bryson McKelvey out on the outside of Travis Gardner in the 37X. Gardner going to have to do something to try to hold that third spot position. Travis Gardner down on the low line. Bryson McKelvey able to get around him. You got a new top 3. Number 11, Bryson McKelvey works his way up into the top 3 up on the podium. Tony Martin on the inside of the number 10 of Connor New, trying to get a run. A little bit of loose coming out of turn number 4, but that's all right. Keeps it held together, holding second place. Bryson McKelvey right behind the 22 of Tony Martin. Going to try to make a move here, try to see if he
Charging
can get up to
battery.
Charging battery, apparently. I'm sure everybody heard that. My headset just had a little bit of malfunction. That's all right. Oh, Bryson McKelvey up into the 22. Tony Martin. That's going to bump McKelvey back. He checked up for him. That's going to give Travis Gardner back into the 3rd place position. Travis Gardner going to try to work up the race line here. He's stuck down on that bottom earlier on. He's definitely going to work his way up, see if he can hold on to that. Oh, wrong button. We're going to focus back. You've got Chris Watkins pushing his nose up into the mix. Chris Watkins from last place all the way up to 4th, number 38. What a drive line he's had. Chris Watkins, wish we could have seen him on the way up here. Just a little bit too much action on the way up, but he's up into the mix now. Chris Watkins in the 38 machine all the way from the back up into 4th place position. We will do a spotlight right here on the number 38 of Chris Watkins. Adrenaline Spike Designs, that's the guy you see. The wrap on his car was made by himself. The wrap on a lot of the guys on the track you see. Adrenaline Spike Designs on the hood. Chris Watkins in the number 38. What an excellent business that he's had here with Dirt Anarchy. He's done an absolute fantastic job getting all the wraps out of the guys. Decent price. If you guys do need wraps done, go and hit Chris Watkins up. Absolute fantastic job. He did my Dirt Static Esports car, and it's been great. So great guy to have on your team. Got a little bit of a race going back here for 5th. Cody B. McDonald out front. Kyle Carter trying to work the high line a little bit sketchy here. About to go 3 wide. Bryson McKelvey almost pushed it. And here we go, 3 wide coming into the turn. Number 4, 3 wide. A little bit of contact. Drivers are rubbing, but Cody B. McDonald and Bryson McKelvey get hooked up. That's going to take them out of the race. Kyle Carter's going to wind up in your 5th place spot. Bryson McKelvey and Cody B. McDonald hook up, and it takes Cody B. McDonald and Bryson McKelvey all the way to the back. Looks like Tony Martin's been working a little bit. Connor New had a really decent lead earlier on. Tony Martin's closed that gap just a tad, but Connor New, always a fast guy later in the race. He's usually a fast guy too, so he's somebody you always got to watch out for. He's all the way out front. We're 27 laps into a 40-lap A-main event. It's been a fantastic race so far. Chris Watkins from all the way from the back up to 4th. Travis Gardner started out on pole, moved back to 3rd place. Tony Martin was in 4th when the race started. He's moved up into 2nd. Connor New was in 2nd. He's now in 1st. Had a lot of changes in the position since the race has started, and the drivers have done an absolute fantastic job adapting to all the changes and driving whatever line they need to maintain the position that they're in. Chris Watkins has been fast the entire race. It's going to be hard for him to get around 37X and the 22 of Gardner and Martin. Watkins, great in whatever you put him in. Excellent driver. Travis Gardner is pretty much the same way. Usually an excellent driver in whatever car you put him in on the platform. So, Tony Martin's turned into one of those drivers too. Tony Martin was, strictly sprint cars, I do believe, for a long time. Made his way up into the late models with the Dirt Anarchy series, and he's done a fantastic job. He's had a lot of top 3 finishes, top 5 finishes, a couple wins in the season, and he's had an absolute fantastic season. Proud of Tony Martin and the 22 machine, and always great to have him out here on the track and call the races with him out there. So, Connor New is still with a comfortable lead out front. Tony Martin in 2nd, Travis Gardner in 3rd, Chris Watkins in 4th. We'll take a look back the line. Sage Luther's moved his way up into 5th place. In the 26, Kyle Carter just randomly appeared out of thin air, and he is in 6th. Kyle Carter, a little bit of network issue. That's all right, though. We're going to keep going. Connor New with a comfortable lead on 2nd place. Tony Martin and Travis Gardner battling it out. Chris Watkins made a heck of a drive all the way up into 4th place. Not sure where his tires are, but I'm sure that they're getting close to burnt. Everybody's tires are probably wearing out a little bit. Travis Gardner with the inside line on Tony Martin. Travis can't get the slider off. Williams Grove's a little hard to hit sliders on because that inside wall does protrude out so far onto the track. It's really hard to get the slider to stick. Travis Gardner might go for it here. Tony Martin doing a good job of blocking. Travis still not able to push up. Tony Martin up on the high line, going to get the run. So hard to get that run for a slider when you're stuck on the bottom like that. Travis Gardner doing an excellent job of holding on to the low line onto the racetrack. It is a race for 2nd place. Both these drivers are seasoned drivers, and they're driving each other excellently, exactly like what we want to see. Giving each other room in the turns, giving each other room on the straights, not really interfering with each other's race, just racing alongside of each other and making good moves. That's what we love to see out of these drivers out here. Tony Martin doing a good job of holding on to 2nd. It's been a great race so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 35 laps in. Race is almost complete. The top 5 have left the rest of the field. Sage Luther's caught back up to Chris Watkins. Travis Gardner is still working on the inside of Tony Martin, trying to find a way around, trying to find a way to throw a punch and not get hit. He's doing an absolute fantastic job holding on to that car on the low side, though. Top side of the track getting a little bit worn out. Travis Gardner sticking it on the low side pretty good. Just Tony Martin just keeps getting the run because of the high side. Looks like Travis Gardner's going to wisen up, take the line in behind Tony Martin. We're 37 laps in. See if Travis can get a run and get the slider off of one of these turns before the end of the race. Change his position up a little bit. .38 laps in. Travis Gardner poking the nose in front of Tony Martin. Sage Luther putting himself up into the mix. See Sage moving to the inside of the 38 of Chris Watkins. Sage with a big slider up in front of the 38 of Chris Watkins. Big slider out of the 26, pushing him up into 4th place. He's chasing the podium. 2 laps to go. We're on lap 39. One more time by, the white flag will be out. Travis Gardner made his way up in front of the 22, Tony Martin. As soon as we click off the driver, it's when they make the move. That's usually how it goes. Connor New out front. White flag in the air. 40 laps. Connor New in the number 10 machine all the way out front. He is riding comfortably. Ladies and gentlemen, we know he's going to be the winner here tonight. Tony Martin bumping back. Oh, no. Him and Sage Luther, a little bit of contact down the backstretch. Tony Martin, the number 22 machine, back into fourth. Sage Luther moved up into third. Not sure what happened there, ladies and gentlemen, but Connor New is going to take the checkered. Travis Gardner is going to be in second. Sage Luther is going to be in third. Those are your podium spots. 10, 37X, and 26. We are going to take a look back and see what happened to Tony Martin here on this transition because we did not get to see it. So we're going to go hit a replay up real quick. Not sure how Sage Luther got up in front of him, but we're going to find out. We'll go to a far chase. I do want to see this. We'll take a peek at this little replay here real quick. Here we go. Tony Martin out front. This is on lap 39, lap 40 right now. Ooh! A little bit of contact out of 26, kind of shimmying the 22 out of the way. And then that's going to give Sage Luther your third place spot there. So, ladies and gentlemen, they are parked out on the front stretch. We are going to go and do the driver interviews. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate everything from everyone here. We are going to be right back. We're going to go and grab these guys for the interviews. So, we'll take you over to the sponsor page. And thanks for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me right now, I have the number 10, your winner here tonight at Williams Grove for Dirt Anarchy, Connor New. Connor, excellent race, man. How'd you feel out there?
I just tried to play the tire game good, and I think I done that, and I was able to pull away.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. I knew that you took a lead early on, and I thought, well, I mean, if he's out front, hopefully he's saving his tires. I know it does play a big factor, and Williams Grove's a little bit longer of a track, so tires get burned up here a little bit quicker. But you did an excellent job of holding on to the lead. I know that they did the invert, so you got the outside line for the start, which I feel like maybe kind of helped you. The outside line seemed to be faster tonight, and you got up there. Travis Gardner kind of got stuck down on the bottom, and you took the lead early on in the race, and you held on to it the rest of the time. I think you led 39 laps total, right?
Yeah, I knew if I could get a good start on him, which I did, and I wasn't sure how this league worked. I didn't know if I could beat him to the line or not, so I tried to let off a little bit. And I don't know, I knew the middle was good there toward the end of the heat race. That's where I was, and I just stuck her out there, and it held. And then coming off of two, it held moisture really good, and I had a really good grip coming off of there, and yeah.
Yeah, we could tell tonight that you definitely had a car that was hooked up and it was fast. So it was an absolute fantastic job out of you, man. You want to give a shout out to your sponsors?
I want to thank Austin Vanderpool and Vanderpool Construction, New Taylor Associates, Alltech Crop Science, Turn 2 Photography, Brights Repair, Kryptonite Race Cars, Black Widow Graphics, Triple A Designs, Turbo Chassis, Bill's Professionals, Towing and Recovery, Bidding Race Products, McDonald's and Masonry, and Brandon Starnes and Dirt Anarchy. And I want to thank you for broadcasting it.
All right, Connor, thank you very much, man.
Yep, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Connor New, your winner here tonight at Dirt Anarchy's Williams Grove in the super late models. Fantastic job out of Connor. We are going to pull the next driver up in, and it was Travis Gardner, I do believe. So we are going to go ahead and go grab him and pull him into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me, I have the 37X Travis Gardner, your second place finisher tonight, rocking the Adrenaline Spike Designs wrap. Beautiful wrap on the car, Travis.
Thank you.
I don't know if I've seen that one yet.
Nah, this one's a new one.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Anyway, hey, great start here tonight. You started out in first. I was talking to Connor New that the low line just didn't seem to be in early on in the race. The invert ended up putting you on pole after winning heat race number 2, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of did you a little wrong there. Bumped back a couple spots, but you worked your way back up into second place, and you had a good run overall. So tell us how your race went.
Yeah, I hated that bottom line. I was wanting to start second, but that just didn't work out that way. I knew I was going to go backwards though, but I just saved my tires, and that battle with Tony there at the end was something awesome.
Oh yeah, I was afraid to take it off of that the entire time, and I think I followed you guys for about maybe 7, 8 laps. You guys were just side by side racing, and I was talking about it was excellent, because I like to see drivers in the league be able to race door to door with people and just not be able to knock them off the track and just have a good clean race line, and that's exactly what you guys did there.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't follow him and run his same line and get around him. I had to try stuff, and I was trying not to get into him, and I hit the guardrail a couple times. But I had fun though.
Yeah, it's a great race, man. I know as soon as I clicked off and I went to Sage Luther was moving up on the 38 of Chris Watkins, and I missed you pass him, so I did go back and I think I reviewed. No, I reviewed a different part, but I did miss you passing him. So as
Yeah, it was a fun race though.
yeah, absolutely. So Travis, you've been racing with the league for 3 seasons now. What have you think about the law, or what have you thought about the league so far?
Oh, it's a great league. I love racing in it, and I'm steadily getting better racing these guys. But then at the same time, this update has still got me in a bit of a bind and trying to figure it out. But I'm getting there.
Yeah, I know that during the broadcast I talked a little bit about the pro qualifier and how you ran in it, and I just know that you're pretty much good in whatever car you sit in. So I mean, I think it was a fantastic show that you put on here tonight. And you can definitely tell that you're a higher caliber driver in the league, and it's always fun racing door to door with you. It always makes you better. So
Yeah, now I get to go try my hand in the World of Thunder League at 9 o'clock and see how that pans out for me.
yeah, there you go. Travis, give a shout out to your sponsors, man.
I'd like to thank you for broadcasting it, Brandon for putting all this on, and Chris at Adrenaline Spike Designs. He's always kept me looking good out here. Like I said before, I've always got a different paint on this car.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your second place finisher here tonight at Williams Grove, Travis Gardner. Travis, fantastic job.
Thank you, Marcus. We'll see you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go down and grab P3 finisher Sage Luther. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me, your P3 finisher, the number 26 car, Sage Luther. Sage, great race, man. How did it go?
Yeah, I mean, I had the EOL because I won the last 2 races in a row, so I had to make my way through the field. Felt pretty slow at the beginning, but I think when the tire started, everyone started losing tire, I was able to kind of have an edge on everyone. I was kind of saving a little more, I think. I kind of made my way through the field and was able to make my way back up to third.
Yeah, I noticed with the tire wear that's in iRacing now that like when you do start in the back, you do tend to save your tires a little bit more. So later on in the race, like 20, 25 laps in, you can really start getting on it a little more than other people can, and it does kind of work out in your favor. But you did an excellent job driving from the back. I know you got in a little bit of contact with the wall there in the beginning. Wasn't sure what that was going to do for your night, but obviously it didn't affect you that bad. You drove your way up through the field and you finished in P3, so you did an excellent job.
Yeah, I was able to get a quick repair after that. The wall just jumped out at me. That kind of scared me.
I've been here many times and I've hit that wall many times, so it's not
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, it's not hard to hit, but you did an absolute fantastic job. You said you won the last 2 races. You've been an excellent driver in the league so far. I mean, what have you thought about running in the league this year?
Yeah, we haven't had as many guys this year, but yeah, I feel like I've gotten quite a bit better running a lot of officials. So I feel like I definitely have gotten a lot better from last season.
Yeah, I know. I know. Last season, I ran with the guys as well, but I've seen a lot of improvement in myself. So you guys running this year, just sitting back and kind of watching everything and broadcasting the races, I can definitely see a lot of improvement in a lot of different drivers. So you're one of the ones that are up front now. Tony Martin, different guys like that. Even the better guys like Connor New and Travis Gardner, I've seen a lot of improvement out of them. So it's great to just see everybody in the league just moving up as we go along.
Yeah, it is. Travis has definitely gone a lot better, even in officials when I race with him sometimes.
All right, Sage, you want to give a shout out to your sponsors?
Yeah, I just like to thank everyone that puts on the league, Brandon and everyone, and you for putting on the broadcast, and Majula say setups, and W Energy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P3 finisher, the number 26 car, Sage Luther. Sage, great job tonight.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the show. So, if you guys came out, thanks for coming. If you're watching this now, let me know down in the comments how you found the channel. If you're watching at a later date, comment on it, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. We're on 3 platforms. So, let me know how you found the broadcast. If you found it from a friend, that's cool. If you found it by searching for it, that's cool. If you just stumbled upon it and decided to watch it, thanks for coming out. Let me know. But big thanks to all the fans that are out there watching. Big thanks to all the sponsors for the league. We're going to throw the sponsors up on the page one more time, and we will give them a shout out. Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, Buckwheats Customs, M4M Customs, Adrenaline Spike Designs, and NRI Machining. I do not have one on there. It's 54 Motorsports. That's Terry Boswell. I haven't added his picture onto the sponsor page yet. I will get to that. I've been so busy between racing my go-kart and work and broadcasting the races and then editing videos to post for the go-kart series that I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on my broadcast stuff. My schedule has just been absolutely packed. So working full-time and trying to do 4 or 5 different things and juggle them all at the same time is turning out to be a bigger feat than I thought it was going to be. But that's all right. We're going to continue to get it done. I've had a fantastic job broadcasting for the league. It's something that I'm going to continue to do, and I will be doing it for a long time. So big shout out to all these sponsors that you see on the page. My sponsors include Blueprint, Event Rentals, and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. So if you guys came out and watched the show, thank you very much for coming out. We are going to end the stream here, and we'll see you at the next one.